morning, friends. My name is Kim. Welcome to Healing Cottage Homestead. Welcome to my kitchen and welcome to Homestead Sunday. So today we are going to do something a little different and pretty quick. We are going to make a couple of Christmas gifts. And so what we're going to start with is a barbecued spice rub. No matter how hard I try, I always forget something. I forgot to get the container that we're going to mix our spice rub into. So we're going to start with a half a cup of brown sugar. Okay. And then we're going to do a half a cup of paprika, which seems like quite a bit. Well, we're going to use all that we have in there. And then we're going to do 1 tablespoon of chili powder. And then we're going to do 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. One tablespoon of onion powder. One tablespoon of salt. And I'm going to use sea salt. One tablespoon of ground black pepper. And up to 2 teaspoons of pepper, cayenne pepper. I don't have cayenne pepper, I have chipotle, and I am not going to use that much. I'm going to use about a half a teaspoon. That pepper is, the regular pepper is strong. So we're going to mix that up. My son cannot have tomatoes, so this will be a perfect gift for his family to make barbecued chicken without any tomato products, because paprika is a pepper. So it's made from paprika peppers. I'm sure you know that, but I'm just sharing that little tidbit of information just if you wanted to know. So I found these jars on Amazon, and they're just little mason style jars. And we're going to go ahead and put our spice mixture in here. And then we're going to cover it with the lid. I'll do another one that I'm going to do for another family member. It's not like she watches my channel, so there's no reason why I can't say her name. It's my stepmom. She doesn't have internet or YouTube. She actually has a flip phone, and I don't know how much she'll use this, but she does have a friend that likes to put chicken on the grill, so maybe she will like that. So this kit came with jute and two things. One, handmade for you. I like that one, so I am going to use that sticker on the top. So it says handmade for you. That pepper is really strong. It came with black labels, but I don't readily have a white marker, so we won't be using that. I had some tags that I used for my other business to mark things, so we're going to just put BBQ Spice Rub. And then I bought this, but I think this might be too big and I may need to use, let's see. So what I also bought is a 7-pack of these little wooden spoons. And I thought that they were smaller. I thought that they were small like my little spoons like this. But they're longer. So we want to kind of put it sideways. Maybe I do need this one. That pepper really, really is strong, so I'm hoping it's not that strong in the mixture. I wonder if this will go through. I don't think it will. I'm trying to make it go through the little hole so I can take off this little tag. But I think, oh wait, maybe. Yep, it did. So I can take off the little white string. And then I'm going to tie this onto spoon. And then I'm going to tie this onto and knot it, our jar. And then let's see about this. So this would have been better if the spoon was behind the tag. We can fix that, I think. Yep. But I am going to try, let's try doubling this. It's wired ribbon. I want to cover up where I knotted it in the back. I'm going to knot it here. It's a little long. Except I've got it so this lid needs to go right there. So it says handmade on top, and then we've got BBQ Spice Rub, our spoon, and we've covered up the back where we knotted that, and I think that is perfect. So give this a little trim here. And I think that's a great gift. So that's how we're going to do that. And I had one other thing. Well, see here, it doesn't sit there. It might have been better with a 1/2 pint jar, but that's a lot of spice rub to go through. So, I don't have enough left for a 1/2 pint jar. Let me grab one really quick. And the same size lid. We'll align this with the little design that's on the front. Okay, so let's take another tag and put barbecued spice rub on it. Let's tie our spoon first. These were not expensive either, but I will look for smaller spoons. I did not make it long enough. Oh. Hot mess express there. But that's the nature of making homemade gifts, right? Do you like to make homemade gifts? I am very, very into it, and I will show you maybe next week or the week after what I'm going to do for my team. I'm very excited about what I've got planned for them, and it involves making smaller versions of that bread we made last week. Okay, let's try this again. Much better. And I have a like a mustard colored velvet ribbon that I could have used instead. That is the width of this when we double it. I want to make more rubs, more spice blends, like I could do everything with the bagel seasoning. I just want to make sure they're things that the people in my life will actually use. You know, I don't want to make them something that's cute and sits on the shelf. So that is better. So there we go. And now I have 2 Christmas gifts ready to go. Now let me show you what this big old mess is I have over here. I've told you before that I am in a community group for Little Mountain Ranch. And one of the things that we do is every other week, we have a call every Friday. And every other Friday, we talk about something like last Friday we talked about indoor greenhouses for seed starting. Well, a couple of weeks ago we had a guest speaker, Allison from This Prepared Life, I think is what it's called. And she talked about preparedness. I loved her saying, and I think I shared it with you, prepared, not scared. Love that saying, because that's the whole point of learning these skills to be self-sufficient. But it's not to be hunkered down and afraid all the time, but to be prepared in the event of an emergency. And with the hurricanes that have been happening, one of the things we talked about are 72-hour kits. Something that you would grab that if you were without power or you had to go somewhere, what you would put in a 72-hour kit. And she suggested a tub, but I have an extra small suitcase that I think I'm going to use a suitcase for mine, although that may not make much sense if it is not waterproof. So I have to think that one through, but for right now, I'm just using this bag. And I'll show you some of the things that I've purchased and the things that I intend to purchase. So yesterday I had a big coupon for Dollar General. And that's something that's in my town. So I went ahead and got a 4-pack of toilet paper. The toilet paper that I buy is in big packs. I think there's 45 in a pack, and I think they're in sets of 9. So I bought a mini first aid kit. She said that buy whatever first aid you know how to use. So I know how to use Band-Aids and gauze. So that's what's going in my kit. I bought a toothbrush and toothpaste. Now you're gonna think this is funny, but I bought a chapstick because I am addicted to chapstick. I cannot live without chapstick. So in my 72-hour kit, that's what's going in it. I bought antibiotic ointment, triple antibiotic ointment. I bought ibuprofen. I bought acetaminophen. And then she talked about some protein that you can get that is doesn't need to be heated up. You don't need a stove. You don't need electricity. So I bought these beef and cheese sticks. Got those. I bought peanut butter crackers simply because that's something that I'll eat for breakfast, and I like those. I bought whole cashews, and I bought peanuts. And now next week, when I have another coupon, I'll add some more things to this list. She said if you're going to use things like canned soups or canned fruit, make sure you put a can opener in there, because unless they all have the pop top. If you're going to anyway, that's just some of the types of things. I'm going to put a couple of outfits in my kit, so just some leggings and a sweatshirt because of the time of year it is. And then you rotate your kit out based on the season. And then you also want to look at what are your expiration dates on your foods, and I'm going to keep a list of that so that I put a reminder on my phone to, hey, go rotate out the food that is in your kit so that you can use that, not go to waste. And these things have a long shelf life. The shortest shelf life, I think, were the peanut butter crackers, which are next. I think they're good for about 8 months. But the other things had even longer shelf lives. And the Tylenol and the Advil, those were good for 2 years. So just make sure that you're not wasting what's in your kit, that you're rotating it out and you come up with some sort of system. I'm going to put it in my phone, and I'll set alarms in my phone for 2 years from now or whenever it is from now, so that I can say, hey, rotate out your peanut butter crackers, rotate out your beef sticks, that sort of thing. Then I'm also going to create a binder, and the binder is going to include all of that information that I might need: birth certificates, marriage licenses, um, if you have a deed to your house, if you have a will, if all of those things, to create a waterproof binder. Not really a binder. I'm thinking of more of those plastic envelopes. Put all of that information in there, and that's going to go in my kit. And that way I know we don't have hurricanes where I live, but we have tornadoes, and we've had a record number of tornadoes this year. And this would give me confidence that I have a bag that is, because I always say tornadoes in my area seem to happen when I'm already in my pajamas. So I have a bag that includes shoes, socks, a pair of pants, a t-shirt. I would rotate that out if I needed to with a sweatshirt, but typically tornadoes aren't happening during sweatshirt weather for me. But you never know, because there are so many tornadoes happening now that it's just unbelievable what is happening with climate change. But that's another story and another topic that we won't get into on this channel. I know everybody has passionate ideas about climate change on different sides, and I'm not here to say which side is right or which side is wrong. I'm just here to say, here's how we can be prepared for an emergency should we have one. And I probably will include packs of tissue in this. I have those little packs. If you need sanitary items, hand sanitizer, bath soap, whatever things you need. And then I'm also going to include a jug of water, so that if I can't get to water for whatever reason, I'll have that available for me. And again, this is not for being prepared should there be a disaster that's going to last for months and months and months. It's not even to be prepared for when COVID happened, or maybe when the ports close, or different things like that. This is, I have to evacuate, or I've lost all power and electricity to my house, and all gas, all ways to utilize the things that I use on a daily basis to survive. How would I survive for 72 hours? Thinking that 72 hours is a good amount of time. 3 days, that's 3 days, right? No, that's 48, and 48 is 90 something, so that's 3 days. Sorry, math is absolutely not my strong suit. But what would I need until they turn the power back on? And you've got to remember too that this is for me. I'm one person. If you're a family, take that into consideration. Get 4 toothbrushes. Get, 4 whatever. If you need 4 chapsticks, if everybody's addicted to chapstick, get whatever you need for your family. And then once we get it, next week I'll show you the new things that I add. And then once we get it set, I think I will ask Allison if it makes sense to put it in a suitcase, if that's a cloth suitcase, or if I really should use a plastic tub for the water issue. And it needs to be something that you can use within your house, or something that you can just put in your car and go if you need to leave your area. So I wanted to share those 2 things with you today. I actually am considering making a 72-hour kit for my family, for my kids. However, they're already concerned that I'm becoming a prepper. So it may freak them out if I give them a 72-hour kit. but I'd also like for them to be prepared in the event of an emergency. So I'm thinking about that one. And give me your thoughts in the comments on what you would do. I hope that you enjoyed today's content. I hope that you decide to make some rubs. They're super easy to find online, and I will put the ingredients for this barbecue spice rub in the description box. I'll also try and put a link. I'm not sure if I can, but I'll try and put a link to the spoons that I found and to the jars, although I would just use the 8, unless you can find smaller spoons. I mean, it sits almost level. So it just is not quite level. And I don't know that that necessarily matters. So, but if this is a perfect size for most rubs, especially if you're going to do like the everything but the bagel seasoning. That would be a lot of everything but the bagel seasoning rub. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up or a like. Please subscribe to my channel. I think I looked this morning and I was up to 358 subscribers. Really getting close. I know it doesn't feel like it, but to that 500 mark where YouTube really starts to count you in the algorithms, and that's what I need to grow this channel. If you enjoy this content, share it with your friends and on social media on the different platforms. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And I post videos every Tuesday and Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern that are always diabetic-friendly recipes. And then on Sunday, I post things like this, what I call Homestead Sunday. And it's more of how we got the food to the table, maybe some gardening. We're going to be doing that when we start to do seed starting and using our indoor greenhouse for the first time. We're going to do it when we do some outdoor gardening, but also how we preserve the food, how we make things like the bread and different things like that, and how we create homemade gifts for the people that we love. So I really enjoyed today's video and being with you today, friends, and I look forward to doing this sort of thing again with you, whether it's preserving, whether it's cooking, whether it's gift making, or even preparedness. I look forward to doing that again with you soon. Take care.